Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm in a hotel room and we're going to do the warm-ups for Tai Chi for arthritis. In this warm-up, you move every major joint in your body. Everything in Tai Chi is extremely slow. You cannot go too slow. So you're going to do things very slowly. The other thing in Tai Chi is we never fully extend anything. So when your arm goes up, instead in yoga you might be straight up, but in Tai Chi you're always going to have a little bit of a bend to the elbow or a little bit of a bend to the arm out, or the knees are never locked. They're always a little soft. So nothing locks, nothing fully extends. So we start at the head and work down, except for the first one is the fingers. But other than that, this is the warm-up you would do. So we start off by making our hands go in and out. If you were in class, I'd have you walk around the room. You can walk around your room. I also don't know when this blower is going on. We'll just see. So the next two are for the head and the neck. And what you're going to do is your arms are at your side, and they're going to slowly come up, always just to shoulder length, turn, and then as the palms come in, your head is going back a little bit. Now, I don't mean turtling back, but just a little bit back off center. And then as your hands come out, looking at your hands, your head goes back to being in its normal position, and then you're watching your fingers as your head goes down. Now, it doesn't matter. We're going to do 3 of everything, slowly. It doesn't matter if you can't move your chin to your chest. You're just doing the best job that you can. It's just giving a little bit of movement to the neck and following your fingers down. Last one, inhale, bringing your fingers up. Exhale as it comes forward and your head goes back a little bit. Inhale, back to center, and exhale down. The second one is what I like to refer to as the hand mirror. My grandma used to have a hand mirror, like Snow White had. So I'm putting up this hand, doesn't matter which hand. So one hand's on the dresser, the other hand is on the hand mirror, and we're only going to be moving the head from side to side. We're not moving the whole body, just the head from side to side. So whatever hand you have up, you're moving your head about 70% of what you can do, and then bringing it back to center, switching hands, looking at that hand mirror, and bring it slowly back to center, switching hands. Doesn't matter which hand comes up, whether you change hands in the front or in the back. But you should always be going in the direction of the hand that's up. Now, if you want to go to 80% and then 90% of what you can do that. But we're just giving the head a little stretch. Good. The next we're going to is the shoulders, going to do 2 sets. So we're going to start by doing shoulder rolls. And if I was in yoga, I tend to do these humongous shoulder rolls. Want to think about moving your shoulders in like they were going around a golf ball, about that size. So forward and around, slowly, like everything in Tai Chi, super slowly, 3 to the front, and then, big surprise, 3 to the back. Nice. So the next one is moving the shoulders, and we're breathing in. So with your palms out, you're going to breathe in, and don't bring you're bringing your hands just to your shoulders, not way up in the sky, so bringing them just to the shoulders, and then grabbing all that air and putting it down. So we're going to do that slowly again, bringing it up, and exhale down. Think about grabbing all the energy in the room and putting it into your body. And next we move down to the spine. So the first one is lengthening the spine. And for both of these, you pretend that you're holding a basketball-sized ball in front of you. So the first one we're going to stretch, but this is one of those times when you don't stretch up as high as you could. So I'm going to change the position of my hands so that I have palms up and down. And I'm stretching about 80%. See, not completely stretched. And as I do this, I'm thinking about lengthening the spine. And then I bring it back, and I flip the ball slowly, flip the hands, and I stretch this side, thinking about stretching that spine up. Not thinking about my shoulders, thinking about the spine. Switch the ball. Stretch the spine, make the ball, and flip the ball. Stretching up. Last one on each side. Not a full extension. Remember, keep everything bent. And flipping the ball. And then the other side. And this time when you come back, hold the ball in front of you. So we're holding the ball at waist length. And we're going to be twisting from side to side. Before I asked you to twist just your head, now we're twisting from the middle. So the hips and the legs are staying still, and we're only moving the middle. You're holding the ball, and I go in the direction. Think about your elbow. Your elbow is always in the lead. So I'm twisting about 70% of what I could, and then switching hands, and then leading with this elbow, back to the other side, about 70%, slowly switching hands, coming across. Remember, only twisting at the waist. Bottom half of my body is completely still. And each time you can go a little bit further if you feel comfortable with that. Now it seems like my hands are up pretty high, but it's the angle of the camera today. So we are good. And then coming back to center. Now as we come back to center, we're going with the hips. And this is where Dr. Lamb says you can use a chair if you need it for stability. So I think it's good to have the chair there. And you might need more of the feet to look at. And if the hands are confusing, just drop the hands and hold on to the chair. So what we're going to be doing is touching in the front and then touching in the back. So with the hands, we start by touching in the front, and the hands are rising, are not rising. And all the weight is on the opposing leg. And then you can stop in the middle if you want, and then start your hands to rise so they're in opposition to your legs. Remember, they're only rising to your shoulder. And then you bring it to the middle and to the front, and then to the middle and to the back. Everything's heavy. And then to the middle and to the front. And then if you want to, you can just do it without stopping. And then come back to neutral. Now we're going on to the other side. Once again, if you wanted to, you could just hold on to the chair. As get stronger, you might be able to do it better. Loading the opposite leg. I'm going to start by putting the leg to the front and touching to the middle or not, and to the back, and then to the front, and then to the back, and then to the front, and then to the back, and then a neutral position. I probably did those a little fast. Feel free to slow it down, talking in between in case you need more time. So the next one has to do with moving out to the side. So your core is going to stay still. Your arms are going to go to one side and the opposite leg goes out. And then come back to the center, switching your hands first, then your leg. You should feel that in your core a little bit, and maybe right here on your leg. Slowly going to the side, trying to keep your middle still. As best you can, everything is slow. And now we're doing knees. And for knees we have soft fists. So in Tai Chi you make the kind of fist that you can see through, like a pair of binoculars. And that's the hand. And they're at your side, not straight and locked, but just loosely, slightly bent. This exercise actually teaches you eventually how to shift your weight effectively. So what we're going to do is shift our weight to this side, and then touch in the front, and then opposite hand comes out and does a soft punch. And then you bring it back and your foot back. And you're going to change. Load the other side, touch with the front, opposite hand punches, and come back. And switch. Shift the weight, foot touches, touch, punch, come back. It's a slow-mo punch. So you're in a movie and you're Batman and you're like, touch, punch, back, one more, touch, punch, back. Awesome. So this time you're really going to be shifting your weight. So I got to move so my feet are in here. So what I'm doing with my feet, I'm just going to do the feet first, is I'm doing heel, toe, shift my weight to the front, and then punch. Bringing your hand back, shifting to the back leg, resume position. Resume position means back to here. So let's try that together with this leg first. So shifting to this side, shift all your weight to this side, and then it's heel, toe, shift your weight to the front leg, and punch. And back with the hand, back with the foot, and opposite. So shift to this side, heel, toe, shift to the front, push, back. You can do that simultaneously back, shifting the weight to the opposite side. Heel, toe, punch, back. And one more on this side. Heel, toe, punch, and back. Nice. Don't know if I did it 3 times, but if I didn't, bonus. So the last thing we're doing is the ankles, and it's this one you may need to hold on to. If you don't, you can put your hands on your waist, and you're just going to do a toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And switch. Going to say the opposite words on this side. Start with heel. Heel, toe, heel, toe, going to do the same thing with in and out with your ankle. So in and then out, and then in and then out, and then in and then out. Switching feet, in and then out, in and then out, in and then out. Great, and those are the warm-ups. So you can just practice the warm-ups. In a second, I'm going to do the cool down. Only 3 moves for the cool down. All right, so in cool down number 1, you're going to shift weight to one side. Your hands are in fists. Your foot comes up. It can come up 2 inches. It can come all the way up. You're going to hit your fist on the top part of your leg. This is a release, actually. So just go back and forth. Now, if you don't like going up that high, you can just keep your heel off the ground. And we just do that 3 times on each side. Takes a little more balance to be able to put your foot up, doesn't it? Now, the second one is tension and release. So you're going to tense every bone in your body and then release it. And then tense everything and then release it. And when I tense, I tend to come up. Tensing everything, you can come off the ground a little bit if you want, and release. And the last one is one we did for shoulders. You've already done it, which is the inhale all the energy in the room. So inhale up, only to show the shoulder height. Exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. And inhale up, and exhale down. And now you have warmed up and done all the preliminary stuff for Tai Chi for arthritis. If this were a Tai Chi class, after the warm-up, we would do some moves until we get the whole routine down, and then we would cool down at the end. Hope this helps for your home practice.